Peace does not end because of failure. It ends because it was never real. What people call peace is a pause, a breath held between conflicts, a moment where violence is stored, not erased. And every time humanity mistakes that pause for an ending, the cycle sharpens its teeth. They tell themselves a story. That peace is the natural state. That war is an interruption. That if the right leaders rise, the right systems form, the right words are spoken, conflict will dissolve. This belief feels gentle. It feels mature. It feels earned after enough blood has already been spilled, because believing in lasting peace means believing the worst is behind you. It means the suffering had meaning. That history was climbing towards something better, that humanity learns. This is why the illusion survives. It protects the mind from admitting something unbearable, that nothing was resolved, only delayed. Peace is marketed as stability, as balance, as a shared agreement to stop harming each other. But agreements require trust, and trust requires equal power or mutual fear. The moment that balance shifts, the agreement decays. Every era of peace is built on exhaustion. People stop fighting not because they understand each other, but because they are tired of bleeding. Cities rebuild, borders are redrawn, graves are counted, and then hidden behind monuments. And the lie begins. Children are taught that peace was achieved, that war was a mistake, that it happened because people were ignorant, cruel, or misguided, never because it was inevitable, never because it served a function. Because admitting that would mean admitting peace is fragile by design. Reality does not reward stillness. It rewards advantage. Resources do not multiply because people agree to be fair. Power does not remain balanced because documents say it should. And human desire does not weaken because a treaty was signed. Peace survives only as long as no one believes they can gain more by breaking it. And someone always does. Strip away the language, strip away the ceremonies, strip away the speeches about unity. What remains is control. Who has it? Who lacks it? Who wants it? War is not a failure of peace. Peace is the aftermath of war, a temporary alignment where no side can move without consequence. Once the cost changes, so does behavior. This is not cynicism. This is pattern recognition. Every empire spoke of peace at its height, not because peace was achieved, but because resistance was crushed. Silence was mistaken for harmony. Compliance was renamed unity. When dominance fades, peace fractures. Not suddenly, gradually, through grievances ignored, through ambitions restrained too long, through generations born into restraint without memory of its cost. They inherit peace without understanding what purchased it, and they test its limits. The illusion tells them conflict comes from misunderstanding, from lack of dialogue, from not listening closely enough, as if violence is a communication error rather than a strategic choice. But conflict persists even when everyone understands each other perfectly, sometimes because they do. Knowing exactly what the other side wants does not create peace. It clarifies opposition. Reality is simpler than people want it to be. Humanity does not move toward peace. It oscillates between dominance and resistance, between order imposed and order challenged. Peace is the shape dominance takes when it no longer needs to prove itself. And the moment that dominance weakens, peace dissolves back into struggle. This is why peace never lasts. Not because humans are evil, not because they are foolish, but because they are consistent. They seek security. They seek advantage. They seek meaning through comparison. And comparison requires inequality. As long as one group has more, another will want it. As long as one voice is louder, another will resist it. As long as power exists, it will be contested. You can suppress this truth. You can decorate it with ideals. You can rename conflict as growth and conquest as progress. But the mechanics remain unchanged. Peace delays violence by managing fear. War resumes when fear no longer outweighs desire, and desire always returns. Believing in lasting peace costs more than people realize. It costs preparation. It costs vigilance. It costs the ability to see threats before they announce themselves. Because those who believe peace is permanent stop watching. They disarm, not just physically, but mentally. They call caution paranoia. They call skepticism negativity. They call awareness cruelty. And history punishes that softness without hesitation. Every generation raised on the promise of peace becomes shocked by war, as if it appeared uninvited, as if it was not waiting patiently the entire time. They ask how this could happen again. They ask who allowed it. They ask why no one stopped it. But the question itself reveals the problem. They believed it was stoppable. The cost of the illusion is repetition. The same conflicts wearing different names. The same battles fought over rebranded principles. The same justifications recycled with updated language. Progress becomes a loop. Technology advances. Weapons become cleaner, faster, quieter. The reasoning behind their use remains unchanged. Peace creates memory loss, war restores it, and each time humanity pretends this time will be different. That the lesson finally landed, that enough lives were spent to buy permanence. But permanence is a fantasy. Reality does not operate on moral closure. Peace does not fail because people forget its value. It fails because its value is conditional. It is respected only while it serves interest. The moment peace demands sacrifice without reward, it is abandoned. This is the price of believing comfort over truth. You trade awareness for reassurance. You trade readiness for belief. You trade resilience for hope. Hope is not harmless. It delays action. It encourages waiting. It convinces people that systems will correct themselves. They do not. Systems collapse when pressure exceeds tolerance. And peace is a system built on pressure management, not resolution. The longer the peace lasts, the more pressure accumulates beneath it. Resentment unexpressed. Ambition constrained, power imbalances normalized. Eventually, something breaks, not because peace was wrong, but because it was insufficient. The final truth is not inspiring. It offers no redemption arc, no final victory, no lasting calm. Peace is temporary because it is artificial. War is recurring because it is organic, not glorious, not noble, simply natural within the structure of human existence. Those who accept this are not cruel. They are prepared, Those who deny it are not virtuous. They are vulnerable. Peace never lasts because it was never meant to. It is not broken. It is functioning exactly as reality allows. And when it ends, it does not end suddenly. It expires quietly. While people are still insisting it will hold. This is not tragedy. This is not failure. This is the pattern continuing. This is the truth beneath the illusion. Peace was always a pause, not an end.